So we've been on an incredible voyage, it seems, and just a journey. And it's been just wonderful. We've been in all these places in the Eastern Mediterranean, and I wanted to take a moment to let my viewers know, our viewers know, like what we've learned so far, you know?
Yeah.
So we've been in the Eastern Mediterranean. Cal and I started our journey in London.
Yeah.
That we loved. We love London, right?
It was so much fun.
So much fun. And like you were there for a day.
Just a day.
But did you feel LGBTQ around you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
When I got off, but we were in a layover for about 12 hours, so we only had the opportunity to get on one of those hop on, hop off tours. So if you ever have a short amount of time in a layover, it is the best, fastest, cheapest way just to get out of the airport for a couple hours, see the main sites.
Yes.
They took us all around London,
and you see all the things that you need to see.
Yeah.
That's the you know, that's the, and then again, the best $45 you've ever spent in your life, because I mean, think about it. You got to see Big Ben, you got to see the castle, you got to see the Eye. What else did you see?
We drove over London Bridge, you know, which was really cool. We drove around the West End, and I got to see all the theaters that really really excited me, especially being such a Broadway and musical fan, just to be in that area and see theater after theater after theater. And that's where I saw a lot of the pride flags that were out and displayed in storefronts or in restaurants or in cafes. So it was really nice traveling abroad and seeing that symbol, you know, that represents
all
our community.
Us. Yeah, of course. So this was like my I've only been to London a couple times, and so near the West End, where all the musicals and all the shows are, is also Soho, which is the very gay area. I think one of the main bars, I think, is called the Gay Bar or something like that. So beautiful, great town. LGBT, you can go there, you're safe, you're good, you know. And then that wasn't the part of our trip that I was worried about, right? Okay, so we jumped on this amazing cruise. We're on the Celestial right now, right? And it's been such a wonderful ship to be on. Thank you, folks, for having our group come. There's like, you know, 30 something LGBTQ plus folks on this voyage with us. And so we started off in Athens, right? In Greece. That's where we all got on. And we got to see all these incredible places. We went to the Acropolis, right? And you took those beautiful pictures.
Yeah, we got to broadcast Queer News tonight, so make sure you check that out.
From the Acropolis,
check YouTube, Roku, Apple TV.
It's all there.
You know, everything is there, so make sure you check out our broadcast. We were on the Acropolis in front of the Parthenon and the Temple of Athena.
Temple of Athena, we love you, Athena. I feel like this trip has been like so like themed around our love for Athena, right? Like we love her so much that it's like, okay, you know, if you don't know who Athena Dion is, you've been under a rock or whatever. She is like our queen in South Florida when it comes to drag and when it comes to entertainment. And she's one of Anna Navarro's favorite on The View. She has been asked to come to the White House to do so many things. And she's only just begun, you know. We can only imagine what more Athena's going to do. And so during, I think it's summertime, right? Right, am I wrong? Summertime, that she's in Mykonos, and she's got this residency at
Jackie O.
And if you're gonna go to Mykonos, you have to go by and see her. And so us coming to Greece was like one of the main things was like, oh, let's find out where the famous Athena Dion is from, you know. And we got that in Athens, and then we went to where she's originally from,
the island of Crete.
We went to Crete, and that was just breathtakingly beautiful. Now we know where Athena Dion and Stavros get their incredible looks from, because
everyone was gorgeous.
Right?
Everyone was gorgeous.
How was your grinder at that moment?
Oh, it was like bloop, 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 bloop.
But it was like a Greek bloop 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 bloop, right? Something like that. I was wondering where that ringtone came from, and I was like, no, that's just Cal's grinder notification.
Oh my gosh, but can we talk about the food in Greece so far? I mean, it was just so fresh and just like,
it really was.
I mean, the tomatoes, and I love tomatoes.
He loves tomatoes.
I've been eating tomatoes every single day.
Every single sitting, he's got to have his tomato salad, and I'm like, oh really? You're gonna get a salad? He's like, have you seen these tomatoes? But they're like so beautifully
crumbled feta,
plump and red, and
oh, it's delicious.
I turn around and he's just sitting there eating them like an apple. I'm like, bro, that's not an apple, it's a freaking tomato. And then he has to remind me that tomatoes are a fruit. So I guess he wasn't wrong. I hated that. But anyway, yes. And you know, I'm not saying that Cal is picky, but he's kind of like a foodie. He knows what he likes, you know. I mean, he's not gonna go and like bash a place, but
I'll tell you what I don't like.
Exactly. And what I could have had less of. Like he gives a compliment to the food while saying how he really feels, and that's one of the many reasons why I love him. But yes,
you know,
Greek food was yummy.
You know what really impressed me in Greece so far? And we always know that, you know, we always think back to the, you know, my big fat Greek wedding.
Oh yeah, of course.
And when the dad would say, you know, tell me a word, any word, and I'll tell you how the root form of that word is Greek. That is such a true statement.
Right?
Everything that we have been learning, you know, so far in Athens and in Crete, and, you know, we spent some time even in Cairo, so far in Egypt, at the Giza Plateau with the Great Pyramids. And there's so many, you know, words or buildings in the cities in Cairo and Alexandria that come from Greece.
Yes.
You know, that are Greek
origin,
meaning in
completely.
nature, you know,
and
because of Alexander the Great.
Because of Alexander the Great,
you know,
coming over from Greece.
That, to me, that was one of the things that I found really educational.
For sure. And it's that history, that you're going back to,
all
the
of
roots.
These words,
and like you said, a lot of the medical terms, like, you know, the Cuban is on this trip with us, and so she's like, oh my God, that's a medical term for this, and that's where this came from, and that was that, and we had, of course, we have no idea, right? Because we're so entitled as Americans that we think that we invented everything, and we didn't. We invented nothing, even the calendar. Oh, let's talk about Cairo then. Let's jump ahead, because we're going back to Athens actually, and you'll see us do another video when we're over there. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.